Once you give up trying to be happy, a lot of the times you become happy. Once you give up trying to avoid feeling pain, trying to avoid your problem, all of a sudden, through an act of osmosis, your problems get solved. Once you give up trying to get somebody to like you, a lot of the times they end up liking you, right? Once you're the one that gives up trying to pursue the guy, a lot of the times they end up pursuing you. And it's one of those paradoxes of life that personally, it's annoying, but also you realize there's almost like a universal force that's governing this. And that force has been around for all of eternity. And that's something that we all break that law. The more we want something, the more it eludes us. The more we want something, the more we self-sabotage the situation and make things worse. And the irony is the less you want something, the more it wants you. Let me give you guys an example because this relates to guys, right? Most of my life, I never pursued money. That's been one of the things that I feel like made me stand out from people is I never pursued money. I always pursued helping people and getting good at things. My focus was always getting good at what I wanted to do in the future. My focus was learning. I always valued learning and helping people over a good income. Because of that, as a kid, I always picked what I wanted to do. I always picked careers that I wanted to do. I always picked jobs and volunteering positions that I wanted to do. Even if it didn't pay me much, even though from my friends' perspective, they saw that I wasn't doing much, my value system has always stayed true to myself, and that's valuing learning over everything. And what ends up happening? In my life, as I got older, what I didn't want, which is the money and attention, I never liked it, I always find it awkward, that's what I started getting. It's one of those ironies of life, right? And even with my exes, as soon as I got over my exes, as soon as I didn't need them, then they come back to you. It's so crazy. And even women in general, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more relaxed. I've learned to control my emotions, my compulsion to get validation. And what I notice now is that I don't need women's validation as much as when I was younger. Not that I don't need it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still human.
In the grand dance of human interaction, there is a subtle rhythm, an unspoken melody that guides our actions and reactions. It's an orchestra conducted not by words, but by emotions, intentions, and desires. And within this intricate symphony lies a peculiar paradox. The less we ardently desire something from others, the more they are inclined to offer it to us. From a psychological perspective, this phenomenon can be traced back to our innate aversion to pressure and manipulation. When someone senses our desperate need for something, it can often feel like a demand, an obligation that they are being coerced into fulfilling. This can trigger a defensive response, causing them to pull away, to withhold. On the contrary, when we adopt a take-it-or-leave-it attitude, it lifts the weight of expectation, creating a space of freedom that is both refreshing and intriguing. It's like a gentle breeze that invites rather than a storm that demands. Neurologically, this dynamic plays out in the complex interplay of our brain's reward and threat systems. When we sense someone's intense desire for something, our brain's amygdala, responsible for detecting threats, can become activated, triggering a fight-or-flight response. However, when we perceive that the other person is indifferent about receiving, our brain registers this as a non-threatening scenario. This cues the reward system, lighting up regions such as the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, associated with positive emotions and social bonding. The result? We become more inclined to give, drawn by the subtle allure of their nonchalance. Like a feather floating on the wind, indifferent to where it lands, a person who is detached from outcome exudes an air of tranquility, a serene confidence that is quietly compelling. It's a magnetic pull, a gravitational force that draws others in, prompting them to willingly offer what was never fervently sought. In this delicate dance of give and take, sometimes it is the quietest song that commands the loudest encore.
It kind of reminds me of how when you're young as a man, usually the women don't want you as much, and that's when you desire them the most. But as you get older, and your value system changes and you begin to value other things in life outside of the validation of women, ironically, that's when women want you. It's like a cruel joke, but it's like, what, you know? And a lot of older guys will tell you that when they got older and they started desiring other things outside of women, they start maturing and stuff like that. That's when women start paying more attention to them. And we see that in every aspect of life. I've seen that in my life as well. As I started prioritizing other things, as I started maturing more as a person, as I started prioritizing being happy and finding silence and living a simple life, that's when women want you most. You know, I remember when I was a Christian, like I said, I think I'm going to say this in the video, I didn't want to hook up with a girl when I was a teenager because I was a sin. It was the time of my life when women were just trying to tempt Father Alex, ladies and gentlemen. It was unbelievable. Satan was sending all of his minions trying to bring another brother down. But it's one of those paradoxes, and you can't fake it. It has to be something real. You have to say, I don't want this anymore. And you'll notice it's not that you don't want it when you get it, but it's not going to produce as much dopamine. It's not going to give you that, oh my God, I'm finally happy. No, it's just going to be, oh wow, okay, cool. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, or else I'm closing it. I ain't playing. And don't forget, we're having seminars all across the United States. You can see the dates right here. Now, I don't know why that is, people. My theory is that it's two theories. One, that your nonverbals change, your whole personality changes at the thought, at the realization that you don't need them, and so everything about you changes. And the other theory is that there's something about the universe, that the universe understands this, the universe knows this, and the universe then rewards you as a result of it. Which one is it? I don't know. All I know is that this is a reality, this is a phenomenon that I see all the time. And you can't fake it. You can't say, oh, I'm over him, and you look to see whether or not he's back. No. This is one of those things that you genuinely have to say, I'm done with this. I look into the future, and all of a sudden, like your shadow, it follows you consistently. I always get callbacks from clients. I had two of them today. Well, actually one. That one was the other day. But every few times a week, I get messages from clients saying, hey, I finally got over him. And just like the spawn of Satan, he's back. As soon as your mental health gets better, they're back. As soon as you don't need them, they're back. It's the craziest thing. Now, whether or not it's the universe or not, that's why it's so important to be willing to walk away. You have to trust this. In your life, if you apply the strategies that you learn on this channel, or if you purchase my courses, if you do what those videos say, you're gonna have a bunch of dudes coming back into your life, even if you don't want them back. They're gonna come back.
The law of attraction and the Taoist concept of Wu Wei both encapsulate a profound truth about the nature of desire and its role in our lives. They teach us that the intensity of wanting can often be counterproductive, pushing away the very thing we seek. Visualize this concept with the metaphor of a dog chase. If you've ever tried to catch a frightened or playful dog, you'll know that the more you chase it, the more it runs away. Your frantic pursuit triggers a reaction in the dog, compelling it to flee. But if you stop, calm yourself, and sit down, the dog may become curious and approach you. It's the essence of non-action, or Wu Wei. By doing less, by resisting the urge to chase, you create a space for the dog to come to you. Similarly, in the realm of our desires, the law of attraction suggests that an intense focus on what we want can sometimes push it away. This is because our intense wanting often comes from a place of lack, of not having. This energy of lack then attracts more lack, more absence of the thing we desire. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy where our fear of not getting what we want ensures that we don't get it. Instead, the law of attraction encourages us to shift our focus from wanting to being, from lack to abundance. It asks us to align ourselves with the energy of the thing we desire, to live and feel as if we already have it. This alignment, this state of being, then attracts more of the same energy into our lives. In essence, both these philosophies guide us towards a state of effortless flow, where we attract our desires not through forceful pursuit, but through peaceful alignment. Like the dog that comes to you when you stop chasing it, our desires too are drawn to us when we cease our frantic chase and instead embody the energy of having them. So stand still in your truth, radiate the energy of abundance, and let your desires come to you.
A willingness to walk away. You can sense it. You know it because you're fearful. You're afraid of losing him. The more afraid you are of losing him is most likely a reaction to his coldness. Those types of people, you have to counter it with rationality. And what you want is to be close to reality, not fooling yourself because you want this to work out. If you feel that, you have to leave. It's not easy being with somebody who you don't know whether or not they'll come after you if you leave. Any man that loves you, they will come after you if you leave. Look, this is very simple, man. When a man likes you, you know it. When a man doesn't like you, two things happen. You think he doesn't like you, or you don't know if he likes you. Because when somebody likes you, understand, it's an emotional experience. It's not a rational thought. They're gonna come back to your life. So apply these strategies. Learn to let go. Develop self-love. Because if you don't have self-love, you're not gonna have the self-esteem to allow you to be able to lose a man that you've deemed valuable.
Self-esteem, the perception and appraisal of one's own worth, acts as a psychological cornerstone in our recovery from emotional downfalls. It serves as an inner beacon, guiding us through the tumultuous seas of emotional distress. When we experience emotional pain, it is our self-esteem that can provide the grounding force to face and overcome these challenges. A healthy sense of self-worth allows us to view setbacks not as defining failures, but as temporary obstacles to be navigated. It fosters resilience, a key component in bouncing back from adversity, and fuels optimism, enabling us to envision a brighter future beyond our current circumstances. Moreover, self-esteem empowers us with the capacity for self-compassion, a crucial element in healing from emotional wounds. Being kind and forgiving to ourselves, avoiding harsh or overly critical self-judgment, allows us to process and move past painful experiences.
You won't be able to do that. So what you do, you practice meditation, right? You practice loving kindness meditation. And I already made a video about loving kindness. You could go watch the video. It's called, I think it's called Feminine Energy, Affirmation, Loving Kindness. You could just go to my list of videos, you'll see it. Or you could purchase my course, Emotional Mastery. Or you could do the following, right? All you gotta do is to develop this type of self-love that will insulate you from neediness is sit down 5 minutes a day and imagine yourself when you were a child and you needed love and support and you didn't get it. Imagine somebody that you love. Imagine somebody that you are indifferent to, like the postal man or the firefighter up the block. And then imagine an enemy or somebody that you're jealous about. And then imagine that you're telling them, may you be free, may you be loved, and may you be at peace. Keep repeating that for a minute for each person, or until you feel the desire for them to live a good life, until you feel when you say may you be free, make sure to keep repeating it until you actually feel it in your body. So what you want to do, even move your body and just say that. Just say, may you be free. Oh my God, Father Alex is dying. No, I'm not dying. And if you feel like you're having a hard time with one of the persons, then what you want to do is keep doing it until you can feel it. Keep doing it until you feel it. And what you'll notice is that one of them is easier and one of them is harder. So start with the easiest one and then move down to the hardest one. And you'll notice that it'll get easier, and you'll notice that you'll feel that desire for them to be good. You'll notice also is that it'll heal you. You will feel a surge of positive emotions. And that surge of positive emotion is fuel for self-esteem. What will happen is that when you feel down, your brain will give you those emotions when you feel down. Or when you feel down, you just use this meditation. Just say, may you be loved, may you be free. And go down like through that list of people, do it 2 or 3 times, and you'll notice you always end up feeling better about yourself. And make that your reaction, your automatic exercise whenever you feel down, whenever you feel like chasing, whenever you feel like double texting, or even before meeting a guy on a date. Tell yourself in your mind and tell that guy in your mind, may you be loved, may you be free, may you be at peace. And just say that with as much love and compassion. And then once you meet them, relax. relax the emotion, and you'll notice that you're less nervous and more willing to walk away because you just flooded yourself with loving emotions, because those emotions in reality will not be targeted towards them. It'll be targeted towards yourself. But also you'll notice that rather than having needy energy, you will have a loving, encompassing, supporting energy, which are completely different, you know, because that needy energy of, oh my God, I want you to love me, is completely different than, you know what, if this doesn't work out, may you be loved. May you be at peace. It's a completely different energy, and a type of energy I want you guys to cultivate.
Love and kindness are like a soothing balm for the human spirit, creating an atmosphere of trust and comfort that enables us to feel more relaxed around others. When we approach others with genuine love and kindness, we are essentially extending an invitation for connection, free from judgment or expectation. This sends a signal to our brain that we are in a safe and supportive environment, leading to a decrease in the production of stress hormones like cortisol and an increase in the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone. This shift in our neurochemical balance fosters feelings of relaxation and reduces nervousness. Moreover, when we wish others well and desire their happiness, we are practicing altruism. Altruistic behavior is known to activate the reward centers in our brain, releasing endorphins that provide a sense of calm and well-being. It's a form of positive feedback that reinforces our bonds with others and encourages more of the same behavior. In contrast, when we want something from others, it can create a sense of tension and anxiety. This is because it introduces elements of uncertainty and potential disappointment into our interactions. Our brains are wired to avoid such negative experiences, which means that they can respond by triggering our stress response, leading to feelings of nervousness and discomfort. In essence, love, kindness, and altruism can transform our social interactions, making them less about transaction and more about connection. They allow us to engage with others in a way that is not just emotionally enriching, but also physiologically calming. It's a testament to the power of positive emotions in shaping not just our relationships with others, but also our internal state of being.
I'm gonna give you two stories. I'm gonna give you two stories of this example of being willing to walk away. One is my accountant, and the other one is a girl that I dated in the past. My accountant, sometimes I don't respond to my accountant on time, right? Because I get anxiety. I don't know why, right? I bet a lot of people do. And I kept doing it, and then one day my accountant was like, Alexis, you know what, bro? We're done. Like, we're gonna have to cancel this relationship because you just don't respond on time and have other things to do. And I was like, oh damn. I was like, my fault, dude. And ever since then, his willingness to drop me as a client made me more loyal as a client. Another one where this one girl who I was dating, where she did everything for me. And I didn't even ask for things, people. Like, I didn't ask for things. She just did everything. She just went above and beyond and beyond and beyond of what I asked. And I don't know what it is in me, but sometimes I take that for granted, right? Especially when I was younger. I was very immature. And I didn't realize how great of a person she was, honestly, like thinking back. And the sad thing is that I only noticed that after she walked away, after she got tired of my bullshit, right? And well-deserved, to be honest with you. You know, it was within her right to leave because, you know, I thought maybe I just reflected my own self in not appreciating her. And as soon as she did that, something in me woke up. And I said to myself, you know what? I really like her, but it was too late. Right? You know, I think back, if she would have done that earlier when she still liked me, but it was hard for her to do, but she still liked me, maybe it would have worked out. But she did it when she just got tired of my bullshit, right? And she just said, you know what, I'm over this dude. But if she would have done it months before, when she still had feelings for me, and not when she grew up apathetic towards me and sardonic, it could have maybe worked out, right? But I was just too immature, right? But this, a lot of the times, you're sort of self-sabotaging your relationship by not being willing to leave. It's like a magic show, ladies. It's like magic. Men come back. And now look, in my case, how would you tell if I'm coming back because I love you or because it hurt my ego? Well, when I would have returned to her, I would have came back, been more romantic, done more for her, but also I would stay in that state of mind. In other words, I would not revert back to my old behavior. I will not it's like the accountant, right? If the accountant said, I'm leaving you, and I say, don't leave, I'll be more consistent. And then I'm consistent for like a few days, and then all of a sudden I get comfortable and I return to my old ways of behaving. That shows you that I'm a victim of my habits and I can't change. And it's better for you to leave no matter what I tell you. Because when you leave, I'm gonna tell you I'll change. And I will believe that I'll change. Like, you do believe you're gonna change, but you just don't. So that's the thing, is that no matter how much they try to convince you, if you leave and they come back and then they do the same shit that caused you to leave, ladies and gentlemen, he's not gonna change. He's not gonna change. And don't come to me and tell me how to change him, because I'm not Black Jesus. People think I'm like Black Jesus here doing some dark magic. No, like, what I help you to do is realize whether or not the guy likes you and to amplify what's already there. You see, in the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most spiritual books in existence, it says, you are entitled to the labor, but not the fruits of your labor. All you have to do is focus on doing right action. Don't focus on the outcome. The outcome is outside of your control. Your responsibility is to enjoy the process. Enjoy the doing by not chasing, letting them come to you, having that self-assurance, having that self-esteem, being able to make yourself into a source of positive emotions where you won't need someone to make you happy, where you will learn to self-generate positive emotions through the strategies that I taught you. It'll have the contrary or an almost paradoxical effect where what you want will come to you. But it's almost like you have to have faith. You have to have faith in the process. Because what happens is that when you stop wanting the thing that you want through life experience or through just time, you realize it comes to you. Like, it's like, oh my God, if I would have just let go of the outcome, if I would have just kept my eyes looking forward and not looking back, I would have gotten that. Just think in your life, all of those scenarios where this has been proven right. Let me have my AI voice translate to you guys one of my writings.
In the epic rhythm of life's grand symphony, the Bhagavad Gita whispers a truth profound and timeless. You are entitled to the labor, but not the fruits of them. A mantra echoing across the cosmos, a gentle reminder to focus on the journey, not just the destination. Think of life as a vast, unending canvas, each action a stroke of our brush. We are artists, not mere fruit gatherers. Our duty lies in painting with passion, not in seeking the hues of a predestined outcome. The essence is in each moment of creation, not merely in the masterpiece that might emerge. Imagine a river flowing tirelessly, carving its path, shaping the landscape, yet never laying claim to the stones it polishes or the canyons it molds. It revels in the act of flowing, not in the fruits of its labor. Similarly, we are meant to immerse ourselves in our actions, to lose ourselves in our labor, to dance in the melody of the present moment. The seeds of effort we plant today may not always bear the fruits we desire. Yet there is dignity in the sowing, nobility in the tending, honor in the nurturing. The harvest is but a bonus. The real reward lies in the act of farming itself. So let us strive not for the applause at the end of the performance, but for the joy in every note we play. Let us seek not the glory of the summit, but the thrill in every step of the climb. For it is in the doing, not the getting, in the journey, not the arrival, that life truly unfolds its magic and mystery. In this dance of deeds and desires, remember, our entitlement is to the dance itself, not the applause that might follow. So, dance with abandon, paint with passion, live in the moment. The fruits will come when they will, but the labor is ours to relish here and now.
And that's why no matter how much you want them, don't chase. Even if you really want them, take right action, because what right action does is that it not only prevents self-sabotage, but it also prevents you from developing negative habits of chasing. A lot of us, we were conditioned to chase. We were maybe manipulated by a narcissist, or maybe our parents made us their emotional support. By taking right action, even if it goes against every fiber of your being, what you're doing is that you're sowing the seeds of the future. You are allowing yourself to grow by resisting the desire to chase, by resisting the desire of every fiber and every cell in your body. And what you're learning is new habits, sowing positive and non-toxic relationships for the future, But when you chase somebody who's running away from you like a dog, for example, right? What you're doing is that you are reinforcing that habit. Where even if it does work out, the next time you meet a guy and he's great for you, you might self-sabotage because you're over pursuing and you might lower your value as a result.
So remember, the strategies is all about how to maintain your peace. To not chase someone who's running away from you, because that naturally just lowers your self-esteem. Let them come to you. It's much better to wait for somebody to come to you rather than chasing, because your self-esteem will suffer in the process of chasing. Because if you don't do that, I'm closing the channel.
All right. Anyways, if you guys ever want to work with Father Alex one-on-one, click on the description down below, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't purchased any of my courses, we have a special bundle deal for everyone. So that you could purchase all of my courses, meaning you could purchase the Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and Nice Girl, along with all of the bonuses. Originally, if you purchase everything without the bundle, it'll be around $500, to be honest with you. But right now, if you guys purchase it with the bundle, you guys will be able to get all of these courses: Psychological Game of Attraction, which is for women who are single; Natural Chemistry, which is for women who are in a relationship; Nice Girl, which is a course on assertiveness, along with all of the bonuses: Social Mastery, Practical Mastery in terms of how to master anything, Social Mastery in terms of how to master your social skills, and The Laws of Human Nature, wherein it's part of the Robert Greene book club I used to have. All of these, naturally, like I said, it's $500. Now you get it at $394, which is essentially 20% off everything. But if you guys want to purchase a more affordable bundle, you guys can purchase the bundle without the bonuses, and that will be at $224 rather than the $300. Well, rather than the $293 that you guys would naturally purchase it. So you could purchase it with the bundle or without the bundle. You could purchase it with the bonuses or without the bonuses. It's all of the work that I put in the last 4 years, in the last 5 years actually, all of the research that I've done. And this course, rather than watching all of my videos, and because they could be random and you could sort of like lose the big picture because there's just so many videos, you guys get all of the content condensed in a course. Trust me, people, if you guys purchase this, you won't regret it. If you haven't purchased it, hopefully this will push you towards it, because it's something that I believe in, and everyone who's purchased my course have been satisfied with it. And if they didn't like it, I always give their money back. I have never rejected a refund. All right. So purchase it right now. Click on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle, and I'll see you guys inside.